Good day, everyone. This is Coach Reese coming at you with another great video. I'm hoping all is well with you and your family and that you're enjoying your day. The title of today's video is I Thought. I Thought. And this video is very important, young people, because I explained in this video, some of the things that I thought was going to occur in my life as far as, long term. But unfortunately, my life has taken several turns in different directions, and you know, the only thing that I can say is this, young people. I'm a type person that believes in God, so God has a way of closing some doors and opening others. So you know, I must live my life, in the present and just thank God for, what he has done for me, my entire life. Um, my life has not been perfect, but, you know, I thank God for, where I'm at, where I am now. And, I just thank God that I have, a bright future ahead of me, and these are the things that you should focus on, young people. Um, one of the things you should learn to do is you need to live your life in the present. You know, you're gonna make mistakes in life, young people, and it's very important that you do this. When you make a mistake, you need to learn from your mistakes and try your best not to make those mistakes again, because unfortunately, young people, some of the mistakes that you may make in life, you know, they have drastic consequences. Like, for example, if you go out here in life and commit a crime, or, you know, um, armed robbery, commit armed robbery, or whatever crime you commit, young people, that mistake that you committed in life has severe penalties. And at some point, young people, if you've committed crimes, the police will eventually catch you. And it's just unfortunate that you may have to go to jail or prison or what have you for the crimes that you committed. And so this is why, young people, I express to you how important it is to try not to make mistakes. Now, nobody's perfect, and you're gonna make mistakes. Now there's a big difference between, you know, not really studying and scoring a C on a test to committing crimes and facing jail time. Those are two obvious things that you made a mistake in. Of course, you should have studied extra hard, or what have you, to make an A in the class, but you can recover from that. But unfortunately, young people, if you commit a crime, depending on how serious it is, if it's a very serious crime, you can end up, you know, serving a long time in prison, or, God forbid, you may end up, uh, on death row, or, you know, uh, life in prison. So at the end of the day, young people, committing crimes is just not worth it. And so I encourage you all to always make wise decisions, because when you always focus on making wise decisions, you going to have a tremendous blessed life. It may not be perfect, but at least you're trying to make the right decisions, and that's the most important thing that you should do. Okay, young people, I'm going to go ahead and start my reading my letter for the day. Like I say, the title of my letter is I Thought. I thought. I thought I was going to graduate college. I thought I was going to establish a career in the Navy. I thought I was going to establish a career in the fire department. I thought I was going to get married in 2016. I thought my mom would live a long life. I thought I found the love of my life in 2025. I thought the love of my life was a woman of integrity. I never thought that my heart would be shattered into pieces from the loss of my mom and suffering a broken heart from a woman that stole from me, and she had no serious intentions of a relationship. I thought a lot of things, but at the end of the day, God is the final decision maker in my life. I have no control of the past. I certainly have no control of the future. I must discipline myself to live in the present. Young people, you're going to have you're going to have setbacks and heartaches in life. These things will be present in your life at some point. The question is, how do you deal with setbacks and frustrations in your life? I have every right to be angry and upset at the way that woman stole from me, and she had no intentions of being in a relationship. I have come to the realization that I would be absolutely wasting my time being angry and frustrated, because the negative, wasted energy is not going to change or make my present life any better. I choose to focus my energy on mentoring young people. I find this far more fulfilling. Being able to help young people make wise decisions is my passion. I hope that you young people will live every day in the present. Do not worry about past mistakes. Do not worry about your future. Live for today. Live your best life today. Okay, young people, that concludes my letter for today. And in all my videos, young people, I touch on 3 points on wisdom. I touch on 1 point dealing with critical thinking, and then I end my video with the ending statement of practice. And so I'm going to go ahead and get started with my 3 points on wisdom. Point number 1, wise people are good listeners. Wise people are good listeners. Point number 2, wise people have the thirst or desire to learn good knowledge and spiritual knowledge. Young people, point number 2 is extremely important. Wise people have the thirst or desire to learn good knowledge and spiritual knowledge. Point number 3, wise people have the courage to teach their wisdom. Wise people have the courage to teach their wisdom. So young people, I encourage you all to do your research on the topic of wisdom. And I pray that you all will pursue wisdom with the utmost seriousness. Young people, if you pursue wisdom with the utmost seriousness, it'll be a tremendous benefit to you, and it will benefit you in the long run. I have a statement dealing with critical thinking, and it goes like this. Always be a critical thinker, young people, especially when making big decisions. Always be a critical thinker, young people, especially when making big decisions. So young people, I encourage you to young people, I encourage you to talk to your parents about the topic of critical thinking. And your parents will help you navigate the differences between making big decisions and minor decisions. And young people, I also encourage you to do your research on the topic of critical thinking, because this is just my humble opinion. The sooner you become a critical thinker, young people, the better off you'll be, and it'll benefit you in the long run. I'm going to go ahead and talk about I'm going to go into my ending statement of practice, I should say, young people. Bear with me. I love you. I want the best for you. I want you to practice using love and wisdom in all that you do. Life is a game that you must learn how to play. Practicing love and wisdom with your family, friends, and loved ones creates a powerful team. Love conquers all, young people, even if you feel defeated. So, young people, I encourage you to keep loving and keep growing and gaining in wisdom, and God will bless you in a mighty way. Young people, I encourage you all to hit the thumbs up on this video. I encourage you all to share this video with family, friends, and loved ones. And I encourage you all to subscribe to my channel. At the end of the day, young people, I want you to accomplish all your goals and dreams in life. And I want you to be the best person that you possibly can be every single day of your life. That is very important. I have one more nugget of wisdom before I officially conclude this video. And it goes like this. Don't ever think that you're better than anyone else, but rather, young people, think of yourself as just as good as anyone else. Humility is a vital key to successful life. I hope and pray that you all will apply that to your life. That nugget of wisdom will be a tremendous blessing to you, and it will benefit you in the long run. Okay, young people, I'm going to go ahead and conclude this video by saying this. May God bless you and may God keep you until we meet again.